At 67 years old, Michael finally had everything he once dreamed of: the beautiful house, the retirement account, the luxury car, the freedom, the time, everything he spent 40 years chasing. And yet on a quiet Tuesday morning, sitting alone at his kitchen table, he found himself staring at a simple photograph. It was a picture of his wife, taken 30 years earlier. They were laughing, young, happy, alive. Michael stared at the photo and whispered 5 words that haunted him. "I thought there'd be more." For decades, Michael believed happiness was waiting for him somewhere in the future. Not today, not next week, not this year, but someday, when work slowed down, when money wasn't tight, when life became easier. But someday kept moving, like the horizon, always visible, never reachable. And by the time he finally arrived, the people he wanted to enjoy it with were gone. Today we're talking about one of the most dangerous lies your mind will ever tell you. The lie that happiness can wait, and the heartbreaking psychological cost of postponing your own life. Because the greatest tragedy isn't failing to achieve your goals. It's achieving them and realizing you delayed your happiness for a future that never arrived the way you imagined. Part 2. The trap nobody sees. Michael wasn't unhappy, at least that's what he told himself. He was responsible, focused, productive. He worked hard, provided for his family, paid every bill, did everything society told him to do, but every year followed the same pattern. I'll relax after this project. I'll travel after this promotion. I'll spend more time with family next year. I'll enjoy life once things settle down. But life never settles down. There's always another bill, another responsibility, another emergency, another goal. And without realizing it, Michael became a visitor in his own life, physically present, mentally absent, always living 6 months ahead, always preparing for tomorrow, never experiencing today. The tragedy wasn't that Michael failed. The tragedy was that he succeeded at everything except living. Because somewhere along the way, he confused preparation for life with life itself. And millions of people are making the same mistake right now. They wake up thinking about the future. They go to sleep worrying about the future. They sacrifice today's joy to secure tomorrow's comfort. Then they repeat the process for years, sometimes decades, never realizing that life isn't something waiting ahead. Life is happening now. In the ordinary moments they're rushing through. The conversation they barely hear, the sunset they don't notice, the child who wants their attention, the friend who calls, the quiet evening they spend thinking about the next task instead of appreciating the present one. Part 3. Why your brain keeps moving the goalposts. Psychologists call this the arrival fallacy, the belief that reaching a future milestone will finally deliver lasting happiness. It sounds reasonable, until you realize what happens every time you reach a goal. Think about something you desperately wanted: a job, a relationship, a house, a promotion. Remember how important it felt, how convinced you were that everything would change. Then you got it, and after a few weeks it became normal. Your brain adapted, the excitement faded, and a new target appeared. Another mountain, another finish line, another reason happiness had to wait. This process is called hedonic adaptation, and it's one of the most powerful psychological forces in your life. The human mind is designed to normalize improvement. What once felt extraordinary eventually feels ordinary. What once felt impossible becomes expected. That's why the car you dreamed about eventually feels like just a car. The house you wanted becomes just a house. The promotion becomes just another job title. If happiness depends on achieving the next thing, you'll spend your entire life chasing something your brain refuses to let you keep. The destination changes, the feeling doesn't, because the problem was never the goal. The problem was believing the goal could permanently fix what only perspective can. And if you're finding value in this message, subscribe for weekly 360-word insights to help you live more intentionally. Because understanding your mind is often the first step toward reclaiming your life. Part 4. The real cost of waiting. Most people think delaying happiness is harmless. It's not. Every day you postpone joy, you're training your mind to reject the present. You're teaching yourself that today is not enough, that this moment is not enough, that your life is not enough, and eventually that mindset becomes permanent. You become an expert at dissatisfaction. You stop noticing beautiful moments, the laughter, the sunsets, the conversations, the ordinary miracles hiding in plain sight, because your attention is always focused somewhere else, somewhere better, somewhere later. The cruel irony is this: if you can't appreciate life during the journey, you won't appreciate it at the destination either, because you'll already be looking toward the next destination, the next achievement, the next purchase, the next milestone, the next version of yourself. Many people spend their entire lives climbing a ladder, only to discover they leaned it against the wrong wall, not because success is meaningless, but because they expected success to provide what only presence can provide: peace, contentment, gratitude, connection. Those things don't exist in the future. They only exist in the present. Part 5. The graveyard called someday. The saddest word in the English language may be someday. Someday I'll write the book. Someday I'll take the trip. Someday I'll call my parents more often. Someday I'll spend more time with my children. Someday I'll pursue my passion. Someday I'll start living. But someday is where dreams go to die, because tomorrow is not guaranteed, and the future version of you you've been waiting for doesn't exist. There is no future you. There is only you today, right now, this moment, this breath, this opportunity. The truth is uncomfortable. Many of the moments you think you'll have later may never come. The people you love are getting older. Your children are growing up. Your parents are aging. Your own life is moving forward whether you're paying attention or not. One day you'll look back and realize that what felt ordinary was actually extraordinary. The ordinary dinner, the ordinary conversation, the ordinary weekend, the ordinary hug, those weren't interruptions. They were the moments that mattered most. Part 6. How to stop delaying your life. Don't stop chasing goals. Goals matter, growth matters, ambition matters, but stop making happiness a condition. Instead of saying, "I'll be happy when," try saying, "I am grateful now and I'm still growing." Notice the difference. One statement postpones life. The other allows you to live while building. Celebrate small victories. Enjoy ordinary moments. Call people while they're still here. Take the walk. Watch the sunset. Read the book. Drink the coffee slowly. Sit with the people you love. Be fully present. Live now, not later, because happiness isn't a destination waiting at the end of the road. It's a skill, a practice, a choice. And if you don't practice it today, you won't magically discover it tomorrow. One day you'll wake up and realize something important. The life you were waiting to start was already happening. The people, the moments, the opportunities, the laughter, the ordinary days. Those weren't obstacles on the way to life. They were life. Michael eventually understood this, but understanding it earlier would have changed everything. The years he spent waiting, the memories he postponed, the moments he rushed through, they were gone. And no amount of success could bring them back. So don't spend another year postponing your happiness. Don't keep telling yourself you'll live later. Later is a promise nobody can make. Tomorrow has been making promises it cannot keep. Today is the only thing that's real. Today is the only day you can experience. Today is the only day you can love. The only day you can appreciate. The only day you can truly live. And if this message resonated with you, subscribe for weekly 360-word insights to help you live more intentionally. Because the life you've been waiting for isn't arriving tomorrow. It's already here, and it's waiting for your attention.